welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
Totally stoked and excited.
We are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port, powered by Downtime. It's Barnes, it's Tony, it's Mike, and it's off-camera Renee. It's Monday. It was a great weekend. I mean, what else could we ask for, Tony? I know you had a great weekend.
I had a phenomenal weekend, hydrating, recovering.
Are you still in the recovery process?
Definitely a little bit, dude. I went a little hard this weekend at the game, as you know, not even with the drinking, but with the food.
7 hot dogs.
A lot of dogs, dude.
A lot of dogs. Sauna today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 15 minutes.
How good did it feel?
Oh, my God, dude. Day and night.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Changed my world today.
It really is great. And what a weekend, honestly. In the sports world, obviously, we had week 3 of the NFL. And usually, we would start there. But, I mean, what a weekend we had in Boston. Obviously, like you said, you were there for one of the games. So let's get right to it in the world of Major League Baseball.
Giving chases Judge, and he dives into the stand.
DeGrom begins the season with an overpowering strikeout of Ronald Acuna.
The wall is gone! 3-run home run! What's going on here? I love it. He drives one to the moon. High, deep, and very gone.
Well, Tony, I don't know. Hey, I don't know what else I could say other than what I thought of when I woke up this morning was we were sitting right here.
Oh, God.
The Yankees were about to play their first game against the Texas Rangers. And I said,
what did I say?
They got to win that night.
Right.
Otherwise, it's over.
Uh-huh.
And then here we are. They have not lost since I said that.
I believe what you said, though, is if they win this first game, they're going to the World Series.
Right. Okay. Exactly. So I'm saying here we are.
They're doing the best that they could be doing. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't have.
He's trying to put out your flame, Barnes.
Well, I'm just saying, we're not there yet, dude. We're not there.
We're not there yet, but we're on our way.
Yeah.
Which is obviously, what we want. And, just recapping the weekend, obviously, as everyone knows now, the Yankees did end up sweeping the Red Sox. And, when we take a game-by-game approach here, I mean, Friday was probably the least climatic game out of all the other games. Yankees hammered Eovaldi early, which was nice because he had given them some trouble in the past, and they just were right on the fastball. And how about Stanton, had such a weekend. It started Friday, 3 hits, 30-second home run, and then Gleyber Torres finally hits one out. I mean, it had been months, it felt like. And it was a question because the fan reached over. I don't know if you saw that, dead center field. So he gets his 8th home run, goes 3 for 5. And Cole, I mean, really, he wasn't dominant. He just made the one mistake, giving up the 3-run homer. I believe it was Bobby Dahlbach, I want to say.
Was it? Hold on.
Or unless Dahlbach was off Chapman. But who the hell? Devers, who's done it before.
Dahlbach, Devers.
So that was really the only blemish. James Pond, no time to cry. Hey, fellas.
Hey, James.
Hey, James.
Hello, James.
So, it was nice to just set the tone, get that win on Friday. You really wanted to get off the weekend off to a good start. Knew it was going to be a long weekend. And then we get to Saturday. And, I mean, you were there, Tony. I mean, that environment must have been crazy.
Dude, the stadium was electric. I was over in the right field, dude. I was telling Mike earlier, probably like one of the best atmospheres for a baseball game I've ever seen.
Would you say best regular season game?
Yeah, hands down.
Yeah,
hands down, dude. Obviously I was there with some family, all Yankee fans, all sporting Yankees.
Uncle
Richie, my aunt, cousin, fiance. It was pretty crazy. I mean, I was definitely a little worried. People were chirping at us walking into the stadium, but nothing too crazy, just friendly, whatever, banter. But just the stadium, the back and forth between the fans, the way the game was going. I mean, I literally could not have asked for a better experience there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, they always say Fenway. I mean,
Beautiful day, dude.
Yeah,
Fenway's such a great park. Honestly, so historic and everything. The whole obviously town of Boston is historic. Right. So just the setup, dude. The buzz was definitely there, man.
Yeah. And we had a tight game, the whole way. You look at it. I mean, from a starting perspective, Cortez was good, then ran into trouble before they took him out. I mean, he only ends up going 4 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 4 Ks, but that was good enough to keep him, in the conversation. And really, I mean, we'll get to what happened at the end here, but really, I think one of the most important things of this game was that Luis Severino was able to give him 2 innings. He's had two appearances, 2 innings in both of them. I mean, he looks like he's going to be a weapon if they can advance come the postseason time.
Yeah, already it seems like he was honestly never missed any part of the season. He just kind of hit the ground running, and like we kind of mentioned before, they're going to need that help in the bullpen, especially going into this postseason.
Watching it live, I mean, did it seem like he had some late life on the fastball?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, and honestly, Mike was talking about it today too. And I definitely saw it at the game. Just the Yankees as a team in general just seem so like they're playing like they want to win. They're playing like an actual team. Like every single one of them excited when they get hits, stabbing each other up, which I feel like is something we did not see earlier in the season.
Right. I mean, it's just, when you're losing, you're hearing it, you're tight. I mean, it's hard to be up, but when you're, rising to the occasion, which is what they've done, it's easy to, feel that, in the moment. And so, I mean, it was a 2-1 game, struggling on offense. I think the whole game, they only had 4 hits, but they get the bases loaded. You get Stanton up, and he just absolutely hammers one onto Lansdowne Street. He had 2 hits. That was his 33rd home run, go-ahead grand slam, and I think his 9th of his career. And I think this year he's hitting like over 400 with the bases loaded. I mean, what was hearing that live? I mean, what was the sound of that coming off the bat?
It was a loud pop, dude, and everyone in that stadium knew exactly what was going to happen. Toledo,
I forgot about you, bud.
My dude, I missed the hell out of you.
Miss you too,
Barnes.
bud.
Congrats to your Yanks on this turnout. I'm grown enough to admit I was wrong.
Oh, that's nice, dude.
Look at him.
I don't even know what to say, honestly. I just appreciate it, and I have to say, deep down, I knew we were always getting that point. But Tony,
I don't know, dude.
Continue.
But yeah, loud pop off the bat. Everyone in the stadium knew. And in terms of Yankee fans showing up to support their team, it was honestly close to 50-50 in that stadium.
Wow.
Everyone around me was a Yankee fan, which I was really surprised about. Pretty glad about too.
Yeah.
Obviously you don't want to be surrounded by Red Sox fans. But honestly, it was like the stadium was drowned out in cheers. Like I think there was more cheers for Stanton than boos in that stadium at that point.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it was such a big home run, and it's just crazy too, because Stanton, what you heard up until this year, he always hits his home runs when it doesn't matter. He's just tacking on, and to hit one in that situation, I mean, that could really be a season changer, that home run, honestly.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, 8th inning, dude, bases loaded against the Red Sox. I mean, the setup is right there, and Stanton executed. And I mean, for a team, I mean, it's got to be just so uplifting.
Yeah,
for the whole team, dude.
And I'm just thinking about this more and more. Just the way that Stanton carries himself. I mean, just think about just all the slack he had to hear.
He was booed.
Booed
earlier this season.
But even questions from the media. And I don't remember him ever getting like
mad,
snippy with anybody.
Nope.
Not that I think of.
No. Class act, Yankee. What do you expect, Barnes?
I think it's just because he always knew, even though it's been a long couple years, because I mean, you had 2 seasons where he barely played before this. Not everybody was in love with his first season here, just because it was very up and down. And then I don't know. I think it's like he just knew, okay, I can get to this point. I know when I'm locked in, I'm capable of whatever. And now that he's finally here, he's just like, what's up? Like, kind of honestly, that's what it feels like.
Yeah, sure, dude.
So it just kind of funny that how the narrative just changes. You think about earlier in this season, he's the guy. How can we get rid of him? What would we have to trade to get rid of his contract? And now everyone's talking about he might be our most important player. Obviously just with Judge. I mean, I'm sure they're really neck and neck, but of late, he's had the bigger hits. Not that Judge hasn't done great, but it's just like in that moment, he's just been unbelievable. So that home run was great. You got Chapman like I had mentioned, he did give up that home run to Dahlbach, but you have a 3-run lead, so didn't really, do much damage there. And
you a little nervous though? Come on.
Yeah. I mean, not that nervous. Not that nervous just because Michael, can you answer this question for me?
Stay off the weed.
I mean, it's not even a
Barnes like
question.
that one, dude.
I know.
Barnes really enjoyed that
Come
one.
on, Barnes.
Michael, organic.
Thank you.
I'm not organic.
It was.
Yes, it was.
He was not expecting that.
You think I was expecting him to go Stephen A on us?
Right.
Unoriginal.
What?
Oh my god, it's still organic.
It's not original.
It's still organic though.
I don't know, dude.
And I'm better than him.
10 years though, Stanton? Well, anyone's better than Stephen A, first of all. That's not really saying much, dude.
Well, I think he's under contract for another 7. I want to say
Stephen
after
A?
this year.
Stanton.
Probably,
Probably too.
He's going to be hosting, whatever the Tonight Show, sooner than later. But I mean, come on, let's be realistic here. We know these guys are healthy, they're locked in. You can't sneak one by them. So it just, I mean, Baez, Lindor, those guys. Not to say at their best they're not all-stars, but I just feel like they don't reach the level that these guys do.
I don't know, but I think 10 years is a long time for Stanton to be healthy, dude. I think there's going to be more hiccups. But I mean, look at Stanton and Judge. I mean, they've had hiccups along the way with their injuries and their lack.
Michael King, who has turned it around,
dude.
by the way, did he come in the game you were at? Or
he did.
Wait, what did you think of his performance?
Oh man, watching him jog out there just had pep in his step, dude. I mean, I think he lasted maybe an inning and a third.
Yeah.
Gave up 2 hits, I think 2 Ks.
But life on the
Not
fastball.
bad,
And the funny thing is, like I've said all along, I never didn't like him.
Oh,
As a starter, I said it from day one.
He did.
You can roll back the tape.
dude.
I said as a reliever, he's great. Sure enough, as a reliever, he's great. What do you know? So that being said, Saturday you get a 5-3 win.
Mm-hmm.
You had a great time, obviously. Are the dogs really that good, or was that?
So I had the foot-long hot dog at first.
Okay.
Decent.
Right.
And then I switched to the normal size hot dogs, like way better, dude.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what type of brand hot dogs they have in Boston. I would imagine it's some type of
Ballpark
Boston
Franks?
company. I don't think it's Ballpark.
Okay.
I didn't see any ballpark signs. I didn't see
Yeah.
any Nathan signs. I didn't see like any signs specifically.
It's funny,
so-
just like color scheme, the monster. Nathan's would seem like a natural sponsor.
green. I know,
Yeah.
right? But Nathan's is kind of like a New York thing, I guess.
Right,
You
right.
know, honestly, I don't know. I mean, they looked like Ballpark, but dude, so tasty and delicious.
Wait,
Went
did you
down
just
easy.
get him from the guy going around, or you went up? To
No,
the
I went
stands?
up. You know,
Yeah.
beer and the dog.
I'm 6 though. Is that a career high?
No, career is 9. Sophomore year of college, 4th of July.
That's impressive. That time was 3:45 in the afternoon. Tony's stomach
Well,
said,
it's just obviously a memorable moment.
Question for you.
what do you think you could do?
Like hot top,
Yeah, like
I would say.
what's the the competition? What's the time there? What if you were in that competition? Could you compete with the hot dog
It's like,
champs?
I think it's 10 minutes, right? No, I can't compete.
Why
76
not?
hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Could you have 10 in 10 minutes?
I don't know. I can't eat fast.
Oh, okay.
You know, I can't.
All right. So
shove
what
a
about for
dog in my mouth,
distance?
dude.
We're talking time. Doesn't matter. How
If
many?
I'm like not eating anything else, totally empty stomach,
All day.
no drinking,
all day.
I think I can get 15.
That's it.
But I feel like they're almost better though when you're drinking. Like the
Yeah, you
beer,
could
the
go
dog,
more.
But the
like-
beer's filling.
I never felt that.
I think when I ate 9, I think I was doing like mixed drinks.
Okay.
Which
okay.
that I feel like was, beer is heavier. You know?
Right.
I was drinking. There was Sam Adams,
Yeah.
at fucking Fenway.
Get
so
in my belly.
damn right, dude. It was. I mean, mustard, ketchup.
I was going to ask you
sauerkraut.
though, what's better, a dog like in the park like that, or just a perfectly grilled hot dog? Toasted bun, the works.
I don't know. It's a tough one, dude. I mean, given the atmosphere at the ballpark, at the dog, it's
I just feel like
it just
grill
feels good.
The grill's always been number one. Anything you're cooking for the most part. Yeah. So totally
Stay on the we had.
and
You
eat
can
all
eat
the
all
dogs.
the hot dogs, dude.
Oh, so he's saying weed is
wants me to
supplement
smoke
over
and-
the
yeah.
drinking. I see.
But I don't know, dude.
I see the science.
I can see the signs, but then you're tired and you're eating
Sativa.
and you're full and I don't believe.
All right. Just interesting.
That's something to try, I guess.
Yeah. Sunday Night Baseball.
I watched this game with Maddie.
Great game. and you listen to Matty Vescursion, an A-Rod who.
Oh yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah, who's leaves a little left to be desired with his announcing. End of the day, though, it's a hard-fought 6-3 Yankee victory, and you look at how this thing started. I mean, Jordan Montgomery did his job, 5 innings. 7 hits is a lot, but only 1 run. Limiting the damage, no walks, 4 Ks, and I think he only had like 72 pitches or something. But they take him out. Clay Holmes in, and I was just talking about this before the show. 11 pitches, strikes out the side, life on the sinker. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I feel like a good sinker is like really underappreciated in the league. Like it really is, dude. I feel like batters aren't really looking for it, and one that's good and executed properly, like it is lights out.
Well, remember Zach Britton when he had that 1 year? I don't think he blew a save. His ERA was like .47 with the Orioles.
Yeah?
You don't remember that?
No.
I feel like once I say this, you'll remember. So Orioles in the wild card game, with Buck Showalter, the game goes 14 innings and he doesn't go to him. It was that year. I feel like you have to kind of remember that. He was like, "Oh,
what year was that?"
2000 probably. Geez, because the Yankees probably had to have been 2013.
You remind me of Dave Rothenberg sometimes, Barnes.
I keep listening to that. I've been when there's a commercial break on the Fan, I listen to them in the morning. Great show, but they have canty references. Like they gotta bring it back.
I know. It's sad. It's sad. But yeah, downtime for Sunday Night Baseball, dude.
Wow. I'd announce some games.
You guys would be great.
No, because you see it all the time with John Boy Media. I mean, they're always doing live streams.
Dude, I feel like we can just go to the stadium and like ask them. Because like when I went to Fenway, there's like all the production trucks taking up so much room, cables everywhere. Fenway isn't really built for broadcasting, it's an old ass stadium.
But honestly,
cables everywhere.
Give me a phone and ear pods. That's all I need.
That's what I mean, dude. We can just set up easily on a table somewhere, bro.
Please.
Like not be in anyone's way, not disturb anyone. Give us a couple beers, a couple dogs. We'll be happy.
Maybe some ice cream. Any ice cream when you were there?
Oh, there's one thing I was like I really wanted to get ice cream. In the helmet,
but
you
ruined it.
It was just like one thing I don't like about Fenway is that at any food stand, the line is separate for the food and the alcohol.
It's like
novice,
which I can understand maybe because I guess kind of splits it up for people, but I'm gonna get both, dude. So it's like, but then the line just so long, I'm not gonna wait in both. It's the 7th inning stretch. I don't have a lot of time here.
I get it.
So what does it fall down to? It falls down to getting the beer. I chose the beer over the ice cream.
Oh, buddy system for the concessions.
But wow. No, but see, I was using the buddy system. My cousin, she waits in line. I go to the bathroom. I come back. We switch. So the bathroom break kind of trumps it because then you don't, line for the bathroom. You're waiting there. It's, whatever, dude. You got priorities. Tully, priorities. Bathroom beer.
But back to the game, Tony.
Oh,
crazy back and forth. I think it was 2-1 Yankees, and then Holmes has that inning. They take him out and they put in Joely Rodriguez, and it's just like they've been making good moves with the pen, but it's like Rodriguez. I mean, you know what I mean? Like he's had some moments, but you have so many guys. It's like, why are you going to him? He almost blows it.
He does almost blow it, but I mean, I don't know. With
Licky is better.
Really? But he was used 2 days, right? 2 days in a row prior.
I would still rather have
You would rather have it, really?
I'll take Rodriguez over Heaney, but that's it. They
at least they didn't bring in Heaney, though, then.
Oh, my God. But they still won't admit it. They still will not admit it. And today...
Heaney's a bad move?
Yeah. And they optioned down Abreu.
What?
To keep Heaney. It's just like...
They're dying with it, dude. They're going to die with that pickup.
I guarantee, though. Because I already know what they're thinking. There's a 0% chance he's on any type of wild card postseason roster. 0%.
Right.
They're not putting him on there. I just know it. They're as questionable as moves they have at times.
Poor Abreu.
Yeah, seriously, he deserves to stay up there. So it's back and forth, and it was crazy. And we were just talking about this before. Really had before.
Can you not? When you say before now, do you always say before?
Every single
in your
time.
head.
Just talking about that on Friday.
Or Thursday actually.
Thursday,
yes.
That's right.
But yeah, you can't not think of it. But that being said, you had 2 outs, you're almost out of the inning with the lead, and LeMahieu drops an easy pop-up foul ball. Later, Gallo drops one, so you end up being down 3-2 before here we go again. You get what a crazy again eighth inning again. You got was it? I think it was LeMahieu was on second. And that was after
Tyler Wade got thrown
out stealing. But they got a runner on second, Judge up, 1 out, and he basically strikes out. But then Joe West, head in the clouds, helping us out.
Literally though.
But he made up for it with a terrible call in the 9th. But so he says it's not a strikeout. Oh, catcher dropped the ball, but replays, everyone, giving their opinions. Basically, it's like it was on the transfer.
Right.
So strikeout, Judge rips the double, ends up tying up the game. They were up by 1. And then Stanton comes up, runner on, Ottavino, see ya later.
Gone again, dude. Ripped a home run.
Almost the same spot.
Yeah, almost the same spot. Same inning. I don't know, he likes it in the 8th, dude.
Unbelievable. And it was crazy too. John Sterling on the radio, Viscursion on the TV side. I mean, just absolutely went nuts. I mean, how could you not? I mean, it's just like, here he goes again. I mean, he just hits the ball so hard. And you look at this series, so that, gave him his 3rd home run, 10th RBI of the series. First Yankee since Mantle in 54 with 3 homers, 10 RBIs in a 3-game series versus Boston. And historically, the only other Yankees to do it, Ruth in 27 and Gehrig in 31. Anytime you're talking about Mantle, Ruth, and Gehrig, you're in pretty good company. I mean,
what am I? Yes, dude. I mean, you can't lay it down any better than that, Barnes.
Yeah, exactly.
Poetic.
And then, getting on to the
Ed Kranepool.
That's your guy.
Getting on to the 9th.
Not Ruth.
Chapman.
Not Gehrig. Not Mantle.
Chapman runs into a little bit of a trouble, but he ends up getting out of it for his 30th save, which, after all he's went through this year to get 30 saves, I think he's really rebounded well. And I was mentioning this before the show. I mean, the majority of his pitches are off speed.
Yeah.
And he just, in the splitter, his go-to pitch is the splitter, because the slider, he can still either bounce or hang, but the splitter, it seems like he's always where he needs to be, and they never hit it.
Yeah. Do you think, because obviously Chapman has always been known for his fastball, right? So do you think maybe with his age, he knows he's losing maybe some velocity, or just?
I mean, so he definitely has lost some velocity, not a crazy amount, but really what he's lost is location.
Right.
And it's just like, I think he's just scarred by some bad, locations earlier this year. So he doesn't even want to mess with it. And it's just so hard for hitters to get away from it. And especially a good splitter looks like a fastball. So that's why they always miss it, because they think it's a fastball.
So when it comes down to it, 1-run lead in the wild card game, confidence in Chapman.
100%.
100%?
Locked in lately, Tony. Locked in.
Yeah, but I don't know, dude. I mean, gave a home run on Saturday, a little bit of trouble on Sunday.
I mean,
and he had big leads then. Not big leads, but, big enough.
I trust him over Chad Green, and I just think Clay Holmes has been great, but you take a guy out of his role. We've seen it happen before, like with Chad Green and in the past, way back, Tyler Clippard, same thing. You don't take a guy out of his role that he's been pitching well in all season. So leave Chapman where he is. I mean, you look at the last 15 games, 14 innings, 24 Ks, and his ERA is 2.57, 7 saves. I mean,
that's a good one.
That's what we need. So he gets the job done. And then, you look at the rest of the team here. I mean, DJ had 2 hits. Seems like turning a corner with Torres. So it's nice. It's not just Judge and Stanton. You're getting contact from those guys, not necessarily home runs, but DJ with the 2 hits, Judge, like I said, that big go ahead double in the 8th, and you get your 6th straight win. And you now lead Boston by 1 game for the first wild card spot. First sweep of the Red Sox at Fenway since 2015.
Wow.
And after dropping,
I was there.
How about this? Since dropping the first 7 games of the season, the Yankees end up finishing 9-10 against the Red Sox. So you go 0-7, and then you go 9-2, Tony. I mean, not bad.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that stat right there pretty much sums up the whole series, the whole year, really, for the Yankees. It's just been inconsistent or consistently bad and then consistently good for a while. They've been on stretchy teams.
But it
Stretchy
seemed like it was
runs,
early, and it was unfortunate. They played the Red Sox
A lot early
or right after the break, and I could tell. But remember, I think they might have lost. I think 4 in a row in like May or June to the Red Sox, and like each game they had to lead late, blew it.
Right.
And I feel like then I knew that it seems like they matched up well with them. It would just came down to the pitchers blowing it, not necessarily the hitting. I remember Herman almost had the no hitter, and then I think they're up 5-0 and blew it. Like that was insane, honestly. So just to get here, to have that lead, and like I was saying before the show, I'm ready for another game tonight, but I understand traveling to Canada, the visas, the COVID tests.
Yeah, dude.
I guess you kind of have to.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. I think they have like a 17-game stretch too before this. I mean,
before Michael said it. I don't know.
Yes.
No, yeah. I mean, dude, the Yankees have been on a roll though. I really don't think that this is gonna mess up any momentum. Honestly, I really don't think so. Especially because they know that, they swept the Red Sox, but there's still a lot of work to be done here. You know, like they're not in it. What, 1 game up, right?
1 game up, and I think they're 2 on the Jays.
On the Jays, yeah. So, this series could also be season defining. You know,
right?
Like, at this point, every game is almost.
And so it'll be their first series, in Toronto since 2019. What do you think about? And obviously we'll preview it more in depth tomorrow. Them taking Tyone off the IL, starting him the first game of the series.
I think first game this year might be kind of tough, dude, because I don't know. You never know how much length you get out of Tyone, right? So you may be going into your bullpen pretty deeply early in the series, which may kind of screw you over for the rest of it,
Normally I would say you're spot on there. The only thing that I could think of is you look at their bullpen now, you got a lot of long relievers because Herman and Severino that could be 4 innings out of 2 pitchers right there, and then you could just mix and match with the other guys. So I think that's probably their thought process. And I don't think they would have started if they didn't know they could count on those guys to pitch out of the pen.
Yeah, no, true. But I mean, I don't know. I still feel like that could bite you in the ass for like the next 2 games. What if Tyone only goes like 2 1/3?
Well, you got Cole on Wednesday. So I would expect, because he, hasn't had a big dominant performance since that big, what was it, 15 strikeouts or whatnot. So it'll be Tyone and Ryu tomorrow. Ryu has given him trouble before, but I think just a new confidence in this lineup.
And also Ryu's coming off the IL too.
Okay.
Next stiffness, 10 days he was on. So think about that.
But I just think it's like, a guy who's crafty, he picks his spots well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just, we've been saying it all year. I think it just comes down to patience though, because there are going to be balls you can hit. He doesn't throw 100 miles an hour.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just have to be patient and selective and not swing blown away sliders, balls above your head. You can't do that. You just can't do it.
No, yeah. And I think, honestly, I mean, it's a entirely different Yankee team. We're really seeing, the confidence level in their bats, I feel like has been higher now than the entire season.
Yeah.
So I would kind of expect them to be patient, not to be as antsy at the plate. And I think they shouldn't really have an issue with hitting Ryu.
No, not at all. So, like I said, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, more tomorrow.
Let's
get into it right now.
But I know I could get into it right now. But before we switch topics here, Michael, quickly, overall thoughts, Yankees weekend. I mean, where are you right now?
I mean, World Series. I said it at the All-Star break. I'm saying it now. World Series champs, team of destiny.
I mean,
and they proved it.
I just feel like the resilience is everything. You can't win without resilience.
Correct.
They're proving it.
They are. They're gonna continue to prove it.
Yes, I would say they have proved it yet. Proving.
Yeah.
Proving.
Yeah, but I kind of
now.
see a parallel though with the Jays. They gave them some trouble this year, and even the last time they played them, it's 4-game sweep on the road at the Yankees. I think it's
expect the Blue Jays to play with a lot of urgency.
Yeah,
a lot of it.
I don't remember a wild card race this packed final 2 series of the season. I mean, there's because you got, besides the 3 teams in the AL East, you also have the Mariners and the A's that are technically still in it too.
Yeah, they're another game each respectively.
I mean, they
behind.
have to basically go 6-0,
pretty much.
What do you? I mean, it's just to feel comfortable. I mean, I just feel like in my mind. I mean, obviously a sweep would be nice, but just 2 out of 3, I feel like would really position themselves because they pick up a game on the Jays.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough because again, Boston plays Washington,
Right. But even if so, let's say they sweep Washington, which isn't really a guarantee. You never know what Soto does. You'd be tied, and then Toronto would be 3 back, and then it depends on what the A's and So I think
it's going to be interesting too to see how Tampa Bay plays the Yankees too, because obviously they're clinched in. So it's like, are they going to go hard for victories or just kind of coasted into the playoffs here?
And I forgot if I was talking to you about this last time we had an episode about them, like you said, coasting. And was that you or no?
I don't think so.
Okay. But I was talking to someone else and they were saying, oh, they don't want the Yankees to get in. They're going to go out. But I just feel like they're going to want to set up the rotation for the playoffs, have the guys rested. They're not going to be managing every game like it's the 7th game of the World Series. No way.
Also, I kind of feel like Tampa Bay, if I were them, I would feel like I could beat the Yankees in the postseason.
Right. Like they'd almost want to play them, which honestly, I'm fine with playing them because it's like, it's just like, I don't like hiding from opponents. Like,
hiding from the opponents.
Like, honestly, the team I want to play the most, even though they're not the monster that they once were, is the Houston Astros. I want to play them in the ALCS, and I just want to have them be on the other side of a walk-off home run or just sitting in the dugout and in dismay. I want to see them go through that because of what they took from us. Honestly, that's how I feel.
Yeah. Would you want the Yankees to cheat their way?
No, but they're not. So that's the
just in the Astros series.
No,
not even
because it's like we don't need to.
But why not though?
We're better.
We're
better. We are better, Tony. So, I mean, I hate to do it to you, Tony.
No, it's fine. I mean, I can go real quick over the Mets, dude.
Yeah, I mean, swept on the other side of a sweep this weekend. What happens?
I mean, dude, it's. I mean, I'm telling a broken record, honestly. Same old song at this point. Friday they lose 5-1. Saturday 2-1, and then they lose Sunday 8-4. I mean, it's lack of offense specifically with runners in scoring position, and then on top of that, it's just marginal at best starting pitching. You know, I mean, I feel like at this point, like our rotation, McGill goes 4 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, only 2 Ks. Saturday, Hill goes 5, 2 hits, 2 earned, which again, from Hill, I mean, 6 Ks, 4 walks. So struggle.
Hot at the plate, though.
No,
no, I saw some numbers like he has been actually getting hit.
No, honestly, though, he has been, which is so funny. But I mean, again, I don't expect much from Rich Hill. I really think he's done good, honestly, in the rotation for him. But then then we follow up with Carrasco. It's 4 innings, it's 7 hits, it's 5 earned runs, 4 walks, 3 Ks. Like, obviously not having good stuff from the starting position, from the starting pitching point. So it's like every game, not setting the tone. Offense is nowhere to be found. I mean, it's literally the same old shit at this point. And again, I mean, the season's been gone. So it's like, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I guess you're just used to it now because we've known for a couple of weeks that, wasn't headed in a good direction.
No, I've been settled into the idea that there's going to be no postseason for the Mets. Yeah.
But in a way, just looking back to how you felt in, May, early June, I mean, are you almost shocked that they're at this point?
I mean, I don't know. Not really. I mean, the Mets have disappointed fans like pretty much every season since I've been alive.
Since Ed Kranepool?
Pretty much, dude. But I mean, it is kind of obviously I am saddened, to see this kind of season slip away from us for sure. But I mean, you got to be in the up and up, dude. I mean, there are bright spots. We're going to be definitely, rebuilding a little bit this postseason. I would imagine so. And I guess maybe they're going to have Syndergaard and DeGrom appear before the season's over.
That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying.
I think they just want to sell some seats for this Marlins series. I mean, who's going to go to that?
I'll go.
I mean, if it was free, right?
Yeah, you had to pay $10. I'd go
for nosebleeds.
Yeah, whatever, dude. $10. I paid $25 for a ticket.
I don't know.
I'd probably go upwards to 60.
Really?
But then after that, I'm like, all right.
With the parking, you can't take the train.
Why can't I take the train? I'll take the train in.
Yeah, take the train. It'll take 2 hours with the subway.
Probably.
Yeah, it's like just build a train that goes directly from Connecticut to City Fields. Get a lot more fancy.
Yeah, why don't you just take a helicopter and land in the outfield?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
There still should be an easier way, Tony, though. You know what I mean?
I guess.
I don't have a map in front of me, but I just feel like, come on, how can it take 2 hours, even if you're leaving from Stanford, to get to Citi Field. Like, that's insane.
Train ride from Fairfield's like what, an hour and 5 minutes?
No, but to Yankee Stadium.
Into Grand Central. You can take it
Grand Central, but then it's
and
literally
then it's
40 minminutes.
from, and then subway.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do, dude?
That's insane.
You live in Connecticut.
50 minutes Yankee Clipper, Tony. All I can say. There was not a Yankee train until they built the new stadium. So you can build things. You can, and Cohen should be someone that should be at the forefront of this. Honestly.
It sounds a little bit more complicated than I feel that you're laying it down.
Yankees did it.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't think it was complicated.
But
I don't know, dude.
I mean, we'll see. If there was a way, I'm sure he would do it. Because I swear to God, I really do think the reason why their attendance, other than obviously, I guess maybe there's just more fans in general, but I do think their attendance would be a lot closer to what the Yankees bring in, honestly, if they had that train set up.
I don't know many Connecticut people who are Mets fans.
I mean,
I know a bunch.
I can probably name them. I can't even name them. I can probably count on one hand, honestly.
No, I know a bunch.
From
It's the same amount. It's the same amount as in New York, but to the size of Connecticut.
Percentage-wise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Per
Wouldn't
capita.
you agree?
Per capita.
Yeah,
I
per
think so,
capita.
I agree. I think so.
So I just think that's something,
I want to see some numbers here. I want to see some numbers, Barnes.
Because I just know.
You better start producing some numbers on that one.
I just know, honestly, like, if the Yankees ticket behind the plate tomorrow is $60 on StubHub, must be the 12:10 start. I think that's when the game starts. I'm not sure, but doubleheader tomorrow.
Oh, it's supposed to rain.
Oh, that's why. But it's like if someone free tickets and they're like, oh, you want to go to the Mets? They're not playing the Yankees. Hard for me to want to go, honestly, just because of the driving part of it. It's just annoying.
Sounds like you're not a fan of baseball.
Well, I just said if the Yankees were playing, I'm in. And second of all, I would never pass up a Yankee game. It's just because it's the Mets.
Right, you're not a fan of baseball. You're a fan of the Yankees.
Is what he's saying.
You know how hard it was for me to drive to Boston to watch the Yankees?
Yeah, but I don't know. Because I am a fan of baseball. I need good baseball, though. You know what I mean? If it's like,
you're telling me you won't have a good time at Citi Field with a free ticket.
I mean, if you're there, Michael, we have the whole
Who are you going with? Alone?
No, but just honestly, and I swear to God, Tony, it would be more fun with you because you're the only person that I'm friends with that's a Mets fan, and I just feel like because you're engaged. I'm saying,
proving my point. Thank you.
You're engaged in the game. You know what I mean? But I go with a couple of my friends. No one's a Mets. No one really cares. It's just kind of I don't know. It's not.
Sounds pretty dumb.
But it's but when we go to a Yankee game, we're all pumped. We're doing the "Let's Go Yankee" chant.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But I don't know, dude. I mean, I've been to a Red Sox Orioles game and I was engaged in the game. Just because I don't know. For me, I feel like just going to a game anywhere with any team is fun. Go to a fucking Yard Goats game.
I feel like, though, it's different for me if I'm far away. Like when I went to Wrigley Field, engaged in the game. That was sick. Wrigley's awesome. You know what I mean? Even went to actually Brewers Mets in Milwaukee. Enjoyed it. But you know what I mean?
Okay. Hold on, though. Because now you're saying that if you go further away, you'll be more engaged, but you won't be engaged because Citi Field is such a trek.
You know what it is, actually?
Oh.
I know we're going on the fly here. The main thing is I liked going to those places because I would never go there, but I've been to Citi Field a few times. You know what I mean? The allure of going to a stadium for the first time.
James Pond, you're my only friend. That's a Mets fan backhanded compliment. I guess. Sounds like you just need to get out some more, Barnes.
Oh my God. But before we just wrap up this baseball talk, I was going to ask you this before. I cannot think of before when I say it. I'm not even kidding. I wasn't even trying to be funny. But McGill, Carrasco, Peterson, Walker. Who are you most disappointed with this season?
I feel like with McGill, there wasn't much expectation, right, to begin with. I would even say Walker, there wasn't much expectation to begin with either.
Right.
So I guess Carrasco.
Yeah. I mean, this is not he has a 4.5, he's striking out guys. It's he has a 7.
Yeah. What are we doing, dude?
And 2 years left on that deal. I mean, what do you think the game plan is going forward? Do you try to make him a reliever? Do you try to attach a prospect to trade him? I mean, where are you with that?
I would imagine he has much trade value right now.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm saying attach a prospect. Yeah. I'm almost thinking bullpen. I don't know.
I guess maybe put him in the bullpen and see how he does.
Yeah.
And I mean, it would be nice if he kind of came around and started pitching better, like
Yeah.
to be a starter.
Or maybe, have him go for the spot in spring training. If he's
Right.
going to get shelled, then he's
especially
clearly,
if Syndergaard's going to be throwing the bullpen. Like,
yeah. My answer is always throw him in the bullpen.
yeah.
'Cause I feel like, though, there's so many cases of, failed
Mhm.
starters with high ERAs, and they always produce in the bullpen. It seems
Yeah.
like.
I don't know what it is. I guess maybe just, I don't know, dude.
Shorter spurts. Because think about
I
a starter.
guess.
I mean, you have to pitch 5-6 innings.
Right.
All you have to do is be great for one inning to be a reliever.
I know, but I feel like even those pitchers who we see end up going in the bullpen, they still end up relieving like 2 or 3 innings, though, I feel.
Yeah. Well,
You know, so it's like,
depending on
yeah.
the situation.
Maybe it's just the pressure of starting a game. I don't understand.
You know what I
Excuse
think
me.
we'll never see again? What John Smoltz did. Starter, closer,
For-
starter, and then going back to a starter like in your 40.
Dude, honestly, I think he's one of my favorite players all time. Great guy.
Yeah.
Like, really great guy, great golfer,
Yeah.
all around good athlete.
Yeah. Yeah. No, because I know he's done
Braves.
some senior tour events for
Yeah.
the GA. Yeah. So
I used to catch him golfing in MLB Network in the studio before the show. Just like chipping balls and shit.
yeah, no, he's real into it.
Sets up a bucket. Yeah, dude.
So Mets, just gotta play out the string here, like we were mentioning, this Marlins series. I mean, are you at a point where like the rest of these games, like, do you want them to lose to get like a better draft pick?
I mean, I guess. I mean, obviously, you hate to see them lose. I'm looking at the schedule right now. Starters for both teams are TBD.
For every game?
Well, for tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
for both of the games.
For both
tomorrow.
games tomorrow. Yeah. So I don't really know what's exactly going on there. But
Maybe no one wants to play.
yeah, I guess maybe they won't even field the teams.
I mean, why even just
Draws
come
dude,
on,
at this
I mean,
point, honestly.
just
So
forfeit them.
I mean, I guess lose for a better draft pick.
But it's like ridiculous.
I mean, look what we did with our last draft pick. Like, didn't even sign the guy.
I just feel like there's no justification for that.
No, not at all. I really don't. Like, no
And-
words.
And I
No
think
words,
it's a
dude.
guarantee that the pick that they get this year, which is one pick lower, so I
Lower.
think the 11th pick or whatever it
Yeah.
is, that pick either doesn't get signed or is just a complete bomb.
Mhm.
And I'm leaning towards
A
a bomb
bomb.
just because they don't want to hear it, not
Yeah.
signing a guy, but
Imagine they don't sign someone
again. Oh my god.
I don't get. I mean, I guess Cohen was saying how like having that third, like that pick for this upcoming draft,
Now
like
you're
blowing
stacked.
around, like yeah, exactly. But it's also like that just should never happen to begin with.
Yeah, because
that whole
it's
scenario.
clearly there's a problem with your scouting department,
Yeah,
your research
dude.
department. It's embarrassing, it really is.
Yeah.
And I could see Kumar Rocker end up having a great career. Do you know can't go back to college? So is it
Can't go back to college.
he's just gonna go to like Japan or something?
I guess.
Yeah, but he's not even healthy, so maybe he'll just wait the extra year and then just sign with a team, or I don't even know how that works. Or he'd be back in the draft.
Right. He's
This
back in
year.
the draft.
Okay, imagine if they take him again.
Healthy.
Oh,
my
he's a slot lower. We don't have to pay him as much.
God. Oh my God.
But interesting stuff. But we really are home stretch here with baseball.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
it's gonna be sad. Dude.
it really is. Like you're saying you're resorting to hockey over football, or you're kind of splitting it.
I mean, I'll split as best I can. I'm expected to talk about football in this show, so I gotta keep up with it.
We're watching Monday Night Football tonight.
We're watching Monday Night Football tonight.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that. And
Yeah,
I
dude.
think it's a good segue here to talk some football. So we did have week 3. Interesting week for sure. But one thing that was not interesting was the Broncos and the Jets game. I mean, Tony, it is what it is. You got embarrassed. 26-0.
I want to roll back some tape, honestly, because I'm pretty sure I said Wilson's gonna have 2 interceptions.
You
Pretty
did.
sure, dude.
You said the Broncos were going to win, which they did. But I mean, this is like, and me and Michael, we're talking about this before the show. Obviously, you hate to see this, but obviously, big picture in mind. So I mean,
I'd rather him, dude. There's so many greats, Barnes, that have gone 1-15. What they were talking. Dave Rothenberg was talking about. He was calling out Greeny, for example, because Greeny's like pulling out the stats that the last 2 quarterbacks have these kind of stats were Sanchez and Darnold.
Darnold, yeah.
And so, but Rothenberg saying, pump the brakes. It's week 3 now, and he remembers when Eli came in, the Giants were like 5-4, and they were like, "Here you go." Kurt Warner was the quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
and he went one game.
Yeah, one game.
And he recalls one Sunday where they played the Ravens, and he had a passer rating of 0. It was that bad. You know what I mean? And then now look, he's the most consistent quarterback in New York football history up until now. And the only reason he doesn't have more Super Bowls is because the Giants organization failed him. So I just think it's too early for the kid, and he's growing, and it's just the rookie year.
Yeah, I mean,
We have the youngest team in the league also.
Yeah, so that's obviously something to look forward to. And Peyton Manning, I think he threw almost 30 interceptions, his rookie year. So yeah, I think he went 2-14 or whatever it is. Are you watching the Monday Night Football main show or the Manning's alternate broadcast? Definitely the regular broadcast for me. I don't know.
I like to swap, just to see what's going on, see if anything is interesting. I do enjoy the Manning brothers. I think they're hilarious.
Yeah, I mean,
it's different, switching it up.
I think we need to talk to some people and get on there
again, dude. Set us up at the table.
We're
dogs.
Yeah, exactly. Low maintenance.
Won't get anyone's
you
way.
can eat hot dogs every day.
Yeah, pretty much, dude.
Wow.
Pizza too.
I mean, I
sausage,
feel like
hot cherry peppers.
Even the best dog in the world does not
me
beat a
hungry.
good pizza.
Sausage, hot cherry.
Oh yeah, I would choose pizza over hot dogs. Sure, I guess.
Right
I don't
now,
know.
like
right now, I choose pizza. I'm pretty hot dogged out.
no, but right. No, what I'm saying right now, phone in hand, you're ordering a pie. Where are you getting it from right now? Here, not I know Staten Island. Like
from here, I guess I would go naughty. Dolphin.
You had to slip the dolphin in there.
Yeah,
so
just
that
viewers at home, not really sure what I'm talking about. Maybe Fairfield Pizza. Honestly,
Maybe Beverly's with
I
the
was
wings.
Gonna say, dude, I haven't had Beverly's pizza with bacon on it, dude.
Oh, so
Where's Beverly's?
on Fairfield Ave.
Yeah,
It's
wait an hour and a
Greek
half,
style.
dude.
Yeah,
Hour and a half.
but you get a good bacon pie, the best bacon pie in town.
I would say the best bacon pie in town. The only bacon pie I would get, honestly.
Yeah, it's
I don't even like
that,
bacon.
it's that good.
Yeah, right.
I don't like bacon.
This makes
I'll
me
eat
think of
this,
something,
dude.
and I know you were tight, but I forgot. Have you had Bridgeport pizza? Or
Yeah,
He hates it.
You hate it?
Yeah.
I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
The topping selection.
Oh,
No,
I'll do
no.
it for him. The pizza's bad and the beers are trash.
Yeah, dude. It's like all like I mean, I get they're a brewery, but they brew like IPAs. It's like pretty much
you're
all they
so
have. Dude.
IPA tight.
I don't like IPAs. They're stupid and expensive and not good.
What factor weighs in the most for you? Taste. Really?
Hands down. I mean, I can stomach it.
Yeah.
Like if I go to a brewery with friends, like I'll drink them. Like I can,
Next thing you know, half a dozen's gone
No,
down.
yeah, exactly.
I'm
I'll
having a
drink
good
like 6 or
time.
7. Yeah, you're having a good time. Like whatever. Like it's worth it.
Yeah.
But if I have to, like, if I could choose between like a cheap like
right.
Miller or PBR or Busch or Budweiser and like any other IPA, I'd go with the cheap beer.
And I think you're in the same boat, Michael, right? With the IPAs, you're not really digging it.
I won't.
No,
anything but
I won't anything but
I just won't
IPAs.
drink anything.
Yes,
but
yes.
And I'm
Same
not
here.
to that extreme. But I don't know. I think I just am
And-
sick of the taste of light beer.
It's just the people who talk about the IPA.
And they're like the fermented.
yeah.
Yeah.
This has been
Mhm.
brewed in a whiskey
See,
barrel, and the
that's the
hops and the wheat barley, and the shut up, dude. Like,
No, I'm not like that at all.
they get like
I
crazy flavors, like weird shit going on. Like,
I just like a basic. I don't know.
I like
IPA.
sours, sour beers. are
James
good.
Pond. No time to
IPA
cry.
with
IPA with orange
orange
peel is
peel
my jam.
Any IPA?
I'm gonna drink. I want flavor. Mm.
Yeah.
Dude, you can get flavor from a cheap beer.
Yeah, bad flavor.
No, good flavor.
Renee looks like she knows what I'm talking about here.
She doesn't drink IPAs. No way.
Light beer is piss water. Joey Greenwood.
That's kind of rude, dude.
Oh my god.
This just in, Renee Viviano. IPAs taste like toilet bowls, dirty ones,
I think well, I guess we'll talk about this another time. But
and they all taste the same. I feel, dude. Like, come on.
I
IPA,
can see them
double
tasting
IPA,
the same.
APA. It's like, dude.
I can see them tasting the same, but I don't know.
GPA.
I kind of like it, just something different. But
Who's your scholarship?
seltzers are better. High noons, definitely. But
yeah. all day.
I don't know.
that being said, Tony, so it was 26-0. I mean, not numbers wise, nothing really to get excited about here other than Quinnen Williams, sack and a half. I mean, he's going to be your future, your defense. So nice to see that. But, I know what Michael thinks, but your opinion.
Yeah, what do you think?
Are these growing pains, or are they back in the conversation for the number 1 overall pick?
I mean,
Both. It could be both. Why not?
Yeah, I think it is a little bit of both. I mean, it definitely is growing pains, but it's just like it's I don't know. It's a little crazy to think about how hyped up he was coming into the season. You know, like the next Aaron Rodgers is going to be great. And the first game is, well, there's going to be time to adjust. Second game is, well, you know, he's going to need time to adjust. Belichick, yeah, right. He played the Patriots, whatever. Third game now. I mean, there's obviously a pattern here at this point. You know, like he is making mistakes. I don't know how was his body language after the game? Does he seem deflated? Like,
I don't think he's defeated. I think he's frustrated.
It's a deflated.
Which would be defeated.
No.
Oh my God. What is this, Deflategate? Anyway.
But honestly, I mean, you think it's like total, like in his own head now, like season's going to be done.
No, he's
strong.
determined. He's going to do good. I mean, obviously, he didn't want to start out 2 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, first 3 games, 22.1 quarterback rating. I mean, obviously,
you don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that, but at the same time, there's only up to go from here. So I think next week,
well,
I'm not saying that they're going to beat the Titans, but I think there's no way that they don't at least put some, like, a decent amount of points up on the board. I don't think the Titans defense is good. And I just think, I mean, come on, he's not going to just, you're not going to get shut out every game. I mean, this was, I think, an abbreviation, honestly. That's
All
what
right,
I think.
dude, yeah, whatever you say, man.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I think he's a little in over his head, I think, at this point. 3 games, dude. Like,
all right, let's see what happens.
It's too early.
and what were you saying that he'd been playing? Wait, no, never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Thought lost me.
Anyway.
So the other football team in New York here, the Giants, lose 17-14 to the Falcons.
Eli Manning
game-winning 40-yard field goal as time expires. Eli Manning, number retired at halftime. And how about Giants owner John Mara, booed heavily at halftime? I mean, what do you think?
I felt so bad for Eli Manning. He was getting like honored,
Right.
And like they're booing, and he's just like looks so awkward up there, like, dude, like trying to enjoy this moment, obviously. But I guess good for the fans, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's like
at this point, dude, what you've been rebuilding the Giants team for like 3-4 years.
I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure since that Super Bowl.
No, since the Miami trip. Have you ever seen that?
Yes, the Miami trip.
stat?
But I was going to say that was the only playoff game they've had since they won the Super Bowl the second time.
Yeah.
And the Bo, Bieber, Beckham.
13-44 since that photo was taken.
Isn't that crazy?
Whoa.
So it's been a lot of losing, and the same type of
44.
losing, because it's like they're always right there, and it's always just at the end, like the penalty last week with the field goal. This one, you know, a field goal as time expires, an interception that Adoree Jackson dropped that was right in his hands that would have sealed the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just always something, and I think that's just tough for Giants fans to swallow. You know,
I feel like at this point, it's almost everything.
right.
You know, like
Everything
the
is
whole
an
team.
issue.
Everything is an issue.
The coach, the offensive coordinator, Barkley.
The receivers. Barkley, dude, I don't think he's healthy.
No.
It's either he's not healthy or he just doesn't think he feels. He doesn't think he's.
They were talking about it on the radio today. They're saying he just very scared out there, just runs out of bounds. We can get 7 more yards.
Yeah, dude.
Very timid. 16 for 51 in the touchdown. I mean, not great. You know, you look at Jones. I mean, 24-35, no touchdowns, no interceptions, 266. I mean, he has been better than what I thought, but it's still nothing like spectacular.
Right.
The 6th overall pick.
No, definitely not.
You know, nice to see Galladay get back out there, 4 for 64. I mean, he's definitely their best target, but you lose Blake Martinez to a torn ACL on the defense, who's been one of their best linebackers. And then you also, I haven't heard of the severity of the injuries, but Shepard goes down as well as Slayton. So, I mean, your back's against the wall there. And then you got the Saints next week. You know, and I know it's a different team now, you know, moving on from Drew Brees, going to Jameis Winston. I mean, they did win yesterday to get to 2-1. But it's just, it's hard to have a good feel in that building right now.
Oh, yeah. No, I would think everyone is like just down in the dumps, dude.
Oh, yeah.
People, I mean, at this point, I feel like everyone's job is on the line.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And the season, who they play next? Saints, and then they have
It's someone
Cowboys
Yeah.
and then I don't know. I forget who the other one is, but it's like, dude, like at this point, I mean,
Yeah.
probably not going against the Saints, Cowboys.
I mean, it's a 4 or 5 win team.
Yeah,
At best.
at
Probably.
this point,
again. And you know who was really distraught is Dave Rothenberg.
Oh yeah.
Tight.
Season's over.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
sick
yeah.
of it. The Giants, like he gets real tight.
Yo, he broke his only like wedding DVD video over like a regular season Giants game.
Oh my god.
Dude.
So
That's a little extreme.
another tough one, and you look on the other side of this. I mean, the Falcons, they were 0-2. New coach Arthur Smith. They're replacing Julio Jones this year. So obviously they needed to get this win. So obviously a good feel for them. And they've been the last 5 years. It's just like you look at it before the year. Oh, they got weapons on offense. They drafted Kyle Pitts this year. Still have Calvin Ridley, and it's just like I guess it's that Matt Ryan isn't as good as he used to be. But I also think they're doing a poor job with offensive line, possibly game planning, and the defense. I mean, I know the defense here played good, but it's the Giants,
right? So you're gutting their team too, getting the Falcons.
What do you mean?
You're gutting them. Like
gutting them. I wouldn't say gutting, but I would say you're moving on from Matt Ryan.
Right.
And the thing that sucks is you probably could have got something decent for him before the year. Maybe traded him to Denver. They've been, even though Bridgewater's worked out good, they were trying to get Rodgers.
Right.
And it's like, what's his trade value going to be at the end of this season?
Yeah, no, I guess it kind of depends. I think like there's still a few teams that are kind of looking for QBs.
Yeah.
No? Anyone?
I mean, teams looking for QBs. I mean, the Broncos,
Texans,
even though
Broncos,
Texans.
Right.
I mean, I guess the Saints are set with
Dalton still hurt, right? So yeah, the Bears hurt.
Yeah, well, but the Fields they have.
Yeah.
So I mean, Eagles aren't necessarily sold on Hurts. The Washington football team,
right?
I mean, who's their starting quarterback? The Steelers are in limbo with Big Ben. I mean, Haskins. So there are possibilities. I could see Steelers actually. I think at this point he's probably better than Big Ben. I think he's just too beat up. He's got the pec injury now. Some say the Giants will fire Jason Garrett. I mean, Jason Garrett should have been fired after last season. I mean, what does he bring to the table? Is he not the Aaron Boone of football?
Yeah, I guess I would say so. I mean, dude, what does he bring to the table?
Yeah,
stupid hair,
old, antiquated offense. I mean, he's just insane. But
Aaron Boone of football.
Another loss there, and then we look at Sunday Night Football. Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle Tafoya. And we get a
Tafoya.
And we get a 30-28 Packers victory. Packers off to the early lead. Niners were leading, most of the second half here. And you get a Mason Crosby game-winning 51-yard field goal as time expires. And this was after the Niners drove down the field. They get a Kyle Juszczyk go-ahead touchdown with 37 seconds left. So a lot of back and forth, but we've seen this before. Rodgers, 37 seconds left. No timeouts. Doesn't even need timeouts because he just hums it down the field. 2 passes to Adams. They're in field goal range. And it was funny, though, watching this game, I was expecting Crosby to miss it. I don't know. I just think 51 at the buzzer. It was almost blocked. I mean, pressure kick, a 37-yarder is tough enough.
Yeah.
But from 51, I mean, that's not a short field
I mean,
goal.
definitely showed some poise, dude. I mean, just
cojones.
Ice in his veins, like just unfazed by anything, and he killed it.
I mean, he's a Packer lifer. He's had some down
Packer
years in the past, but they've always stuck with him. And, he's made a lot of big kicks, over the years. And you look at Rodgers, after that terrible first game, has rebounded nicely here. 22 of 33, 261, 2 touchdowns. No picks. You get Aaron Jones in for a touchdown, 19 for 82. And then Devontae Adams all over the field, 12 for 132 and a touchdown. Did you see that hit on him that they didn't call a penalty?
I did not.
Hit to the helmet. They did not call it. Head-to-head, goes in the tent real quick, and then he goes out and catches 60 yards worth of pass to Rodgers.
Jesus, dude.
I
think Rodgers threw that first game, dude. Honestly.
Michael?
Come on, dude.
Yeah, I thought he was going to throw the season.
I think that's what I mean. I think he threw the first game, was like, you know what, dude? Like, I can do this. So he just fucking buckled down, and I'm just going to troll everyone. And that's what he's doing.
But what was his reason for,
being unhappy with the team? Like, just showing that he alone
is the team.
I mean, I almost see it more as because he just loves his storylines and telling people to RELAX. And the only thing I could see is, oh, you all doubted us after the first game, and then we won 16 in a row. I could see him doing that. Oh, we won the MVP with Super. I
Right, so he threw that first game
aspect of it,
yeah.
but I don't know if it was to like spite. I don't know, because I just feel like it's the NFL. I mean, you can't play a game halfway; you're going to get injured. Serious.
I guess he took the chance. I'll tell you, dude. It's got
Yeah.
the whole build up to the season 2 with him on social media.
The last
shit, dude.
dance. Oh my God.
Like, come on, dude. It was scripted.
Yeah.
He wrote that up, dude. Think about it.
And then you look, at the Niners end of things here. Tough loss, after getting that touchdown, but you left too much time on the clock. And you could argue Juszczyk, he was in the grasp of getting tackled. Maybe you should have went down, but obviously you want to score, get the points, of course.
Right.
Garoppolo, 257, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. You get 7 and 92 from Kittle. It's kind of funny. I mean, I feel like Garoppolo has caught a lot of heat, but he's a guy I think he's actually pretty good. I mean, you look at his winning percentage as a starter, it's outstanding. And I think it's of course he's not like an MVP guy, but sometimes is it more important to just have a guy who, doesn't have a lot of turnovers, wins games, doesn't need to do anything flashy, and then you build around him, putting more money in other positions.
Yeah. I mean, just like you said it, I think turnovers are the quickest way to lose games.
Right.
Not controlling the ball is, and obviously Garoppolo can. And like you said, not, especially with the 49ers, like kind of how their team is going, maybe having a quarterback like not so flashy, and it's probably maybe good for the organization.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously you got Lance waiting in the wings, but I think this is Garoppolo's team this year, unless they go on some losing streak. I don't think you're going to see Lance really get any starts here. Unless they clinch a playoff spot last week or two. So that was an entertaining, Sunday Night Football game, as they usually are. And it's just so funny, Tony. I mean, I've hyped this up for so long. The field goal record, the kickers, and yesterday, history was made. I knew it was happening this season. You did doubt me. You said next 5 years, not necessarily this year.
Yeah, I did. I didn't doubt you. I was saying the next 5 years, definitely, maybe this season, dude. But it's so funny because Thursday we were literally talking about this. Dude.
Yeah.
And Sunday gets broken.
Yeah.
It's like they're listening to us, dude.
They are listening.
They're listening.
I mean, and what a way to break it. So, you got Lions, you got Ravens. They just converted a 4th and 19. Wow. And, 66 yards out. And the best part about it, before he kicks it, the play clock expires for like 2 seconds. They don't call delay a game. And they didn't have, so it would have been 71 yards. And obviously wouldn't have kicked it.
Right.
So they let him kick it, and it just the craziness of, he's even attempting 66. The fact that it lands perfectly in the middle of the crossbar, bounces up, hits the net, and then just drops straight down. I don't think I've ever seen a kick like that.
No, definitely not, dude. Thank God they didn't call the penalty. Jesus.
Yeah. It would have ruined history. And if anybody was going to get it, you almost want it to be Tucker. I think he's a Hall of Famer. I think he's clearly the best kicker in the game. He's made tons of big kicks. He doesn't choke ever. And it was funny. The only other game that they had played the Lions that he had been a part of, he won a Monday Night Football game from 61. So to have 2 game-winning kicks against the Lions, 61, 66, really exciting to see, honestly. I couldn't believe it. I really could not believe it. I've been waiting for it for so long. Teams are hesitant to take these type of field goals. Really a special day for that.
Yeah, dude. You should have put some money on it.
Hey, just seeing it, witnessing it, that was most exciting.
Knowing you were right.
And the funny part is you get that. That's one side of it. Oh, you want to make history, win a game, try this crazy kick. The other side of it, we had Cardinals, we had Jags, and we even had Gus Johnson on the call for FOX.
Oh, my God.
Going into the half, Matt Prater, who had the record previously from 64, attempts a 68-yard field goal, and it is caught literally at the end line. Like, you can't go any further, and he's going to go out of bounds. Returns it 109 yards for a touchdown. Imagine what Gus Johnson said after that.
Did he say you're watching NFL and FOX?
I think he left that part. But crazy to see. And it's not like he was that far off, but it's like, that I guess that shows why
you don't go for the long field goal.
Unless like you feel, okay, we're in Denver, we're indoors, or it's just like, where are you, let's say, just hypothetical question here. You have a Tucker, one of the best kickers in the league. It's that distance, 68, but it's to win the game. Do you feel like you have a better shot of making it versus throwing a Hail Mary, or would you rather do like the throw it lateral back, Music City Miracle style?
No, I'd honestly rather go for field goal.
Even though it's like everything has to go right, obviously. But then it's also, you don't have to worry about, what if they run it back? Like, you're going to lose a game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, at that point. So,
but it's tough too, because like even if you're doing that at the end of the half, you don't want them to score. It's like you could put like faster guys in the field, but it's like you got to have guys block,
right?
Otherwise, the kick's going to get blocked. So it's just, I don't know. It's just interesting, and who knows? Maybe tonight we'll see another long field goal. They don't call him Legatron for nothing.
Yeah, dude, we'll see. I don't think so, dude. Long, like breaking record long.
Yeah.
I
mean, he could
67.
I mean, it's 70.
70. 71.
I mean, it's Dallas. I would imagine this time of year the roof would be open. You think?
Definitely.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts on this game tonight, though? 8:20 ESPN. Cowboys.
I say Cowboys take it. Honestly, I think their defense is pretty strong. I guess. I mean, I feel like the Eagles. I'm not totally sold on Hurts, like you were talking about. I mean,
right.
I really don't think he kind of has that leadership quality. I feel like, I mean, obviously he's a strong runner, but I just don't think he really has the arm.
Yeah,
I just don't think it's there, dude.
And it's funny too, because like the Cowboys, even though the names are there, I think it's like an X and O type of thing, which under Jason Garrett we saw for many years. He just struggling finishing games, but I just feel like just because of the talent gap between them and the other teams in the NFC East, I mean, I think they're going to win this by 2 or 3 games easily.
Yeah, I think I mean, you never know with the Cowboys too. Just
right, but I mean, Washington looks terrible.
I know. So the Giants,
the Giants. I mean, it would be the Eagles, but everyone expected them to finish last.
I know.
The season. And the Cowboys with, the receivers. I mean, you got Gallup, you got CeeDee Lamb, you got Amari Cooper. We know what Dak can do, and then Uncle Tony Pollard. I mean, he's done nice backing up Ezekiel Elliott.
Definitely, dude. And I think they'll definitely cover too, 3.5.
But at the same time, it's Dallas. It usually does go down the wire. I can see, so that's why everyone.
I think
out
they'll
there,
win by a touchdown.
This is where you got to buy the extra half point. 3's a push. I mean, why not? Right?
Yeah. All right.
But what do you think? We're getting a lot of points here, or you think it's going to be lower scoring?
28-21.
28-21.
Yeah.
Any dramatics, or is it kind of over by the middle fourth quarter?
No, I think they kind of hang. Oh yeah, middle fourth quarter. I don't think it's going to come down to anything later than that, really.
And where are you with Zeke? I mean, do you think he has any of these big years left, or he got paid? He's just chilling. He's got his. He doesn't care.
No, honestly, I think he does have some big years left. I think he showed a lot of resilience with his injuries and everything, and really sticking with the Cowboys and everything he's been through. Especially when he talked about his brother and everything, and kind of going through depression and stuff like that. I mean, I think he has the right mindset to be a leader and overcome obstacles. And I think we're going to see that.
Yeah. I mean, and what a story too. I mean, he wasn't even their first priority when he was drafted. They had Tony Romo.
Right.
They tried to trade up for another quarterback. He's a I think it was 4th round, 3rd or 4th round. I think it was 4th. So to just kind of become, and then the big contract that he got in the offseason. So, I mean, it's a great story. And, I kind of, even though obviously, I'm not a Cowboys fan or anything, but just because of like his story, his narrative, I kind of wanted to see like them actually have since I've been watching football, it's been so long since that, the teams of the early 90s. I don't remember the Cowboys being a dominant team. I just remember them losing in the first round of the playoffs, if they even got in.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Literally our whole childhood. If they've got in, they didn't make it far at all. First round out.
Yeah, exactly. And what do you think about McCarthy? Like, do you think like he's kind of overrated or no?
I don't know. I mean, I liked him with Green Bay. I thought he was a good coach.
Yeah.
I like his beard. I think he has some stuff to prove for sure, but I don't know. I mean, he's obviously has had success with Green Bay, right?
Right.
I mean, you could attribute that to the players he's had, right? So I think, being with the Cowboys, and if he kind of drives them to success, like that says a lot for him as a coach. So I think he does have some stuff to prove.
I mean, last year was tough. I mean, you lose Dak after a couple games, and I think this year is big, though. I mean, he has to show up. I mean, I think at the very minimum, Jerry's going to want to see him win at least 10 games.
And especially
in this division.
Especially way Jerry thinks.
Oh yeah. He still thinks they're going to the Super Bowl. But I mean, I think this game will be fun, and I'm really excited to see if Devontae Smith can do anything. The rookie from Alabama, he's had a couple good games to start his career, and he's always a deep threat. So we might see some exciting chunk plays. I mean, those are always the most exciting. But looking at this, I have to go Dallas, and I think that a division game, it's going to be close, and it might be a field goal game, honestly. So, like I said, by the half, cover yourself, unless there's a late 2-point conversion or something, you get screwed on that. But if I had to say, I guess it's going to be 24-21, Zerloin from 50 at the buzzer.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, they were talking about it too. I don't know if you agree with this. They're actually talking about this on Rothenberg's radio show, that nothing in any sport is grown quicker, gotten to longer lengths than what field goal kicking was 20 years ago versus now. Just like distances, like he was saying.
Oh, yeah.
Like when in the early 90s, like someone kicking a 48. Oh, 48. I mean, that's long. I mean, they're probably not going to make that. Now 48 is like in your sleep.
Yeah. No, it is pretty crazy how, field goal kicking has progressed. And I mean, I think that's just, I think you can say that in general about the sport as well.
Right,
I think it's just at this point, like, there's so much science that goes into it. There's so much, physicality that goes into and science, like I said, going into working out and making sure your body's in tune. I mean, 30 years ago, these guys are smoking cigarettes at halftime and shit. So
but I just think when it comes to kicking versus other aspects of the game, like that has probably changed the least. You know what I mean? So it's kind of impressive,
right?
Other than just training, general training. That's it. So it's just still, it's a lot of it's mental, it's routine. So I mean, it's impressive what these guys are doing.
Definitely.
It's this fly just doesn't. I don't know if he wants the coffee.
He's got it. Yeah, sugar, dude.
No, are you kidding?
I don't know.
Disgusting.
Flies like sugar. I thought maybe it was the sugar.
Yeah, no, that would make sense. I don't like sugar in my coffee.
Whatever, dude.
So
sour.
I think we'll get an entertaining game tonight, and then that'll be it for week 3. We'll get on to that exciting Bengals Jags game we're talking about last week, Thursday night football, and that'll be on the eve of a very important one-on-one competition.
You're damn right. And say what you will about the Thursday night lineups here. Last Thursday, I had a lot of fun watching the Carolina Panthers.
I mean, I think, but there was never really a question that they were going to win, though. I mean, you just think I'm so tight about Darnold doing good, and that's why you're.
Well, you're just tight about. Well, yeah, that's definitely why I enjoyed it a little bit more. But I don't know. I think you don't give Thursday night a little bit more credit.
No, I mean it's it's nice to have an option because what else is on Thursday night, but that's only till after the Yankee season is over. Because before that, I mean, come on, Bengals, Jags, or Yankees important game to get in the playoffs. Well, I mean, it's not even close, Tony.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, dude. But still, would you rather have that game on Sunday and you're like, I don't give a shit about this 4:00 game?
But I just think, honestly, if we're thinking smart here in product, there should, besides Thanksgiving, there really should never be a game on Thursday. Why are you good? Guys get hurt enough. Why are you giving them 3 days rest?
Yeah, I don't know, I guess. But I mean, to your point, though, it's like they're giving those, I guess, not so popular games to Thursday because of other sports.
Yeah, but then it's
so what? Just jam-pack Sunday?
But jam-pack, I mean, one game's going to make a difference? I mean, come on, it's not.
Maybe. You lose Thursday and then you lose Monday. You never know, dude.
Yeah, well, all I do know is before we know it, there's going to be Tuesday night football, Friday night football. But I like the rush, the red zone.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like the balanced lineup. A couple 4:00 games, make it interesting.
Is it Monday Night Football is going to Amazon next year?
Thursday night football, of course.
Gosh.
But hey, we'll see, what they do and how the NFL season is going to carry on. And it's a shame. I was going to ask Michael this, but I'll ask you. What you hear about all this Kyrie Irving situation?
I was talking to Mike about that this morning too, because I heard on the radio that he couldn't show up to media day, right? Yeah. Because you have to be vaccinated to even enter the building, which includes entering the building to play. So it's like, what are we doing? And I think the Nets say that they expect him to get vaccinated, right? They expect all players to comply.
I think they said it without singling him out.
Yeah, they said, well, yeah.
But I think you never can read what Kyrie Irving is thinking, but I think he's thinking, I'm the man, the world stops for me, and I'm not going to have to do anything, and they're going to cave. I think that's honestly what he thinks.
I mean, do you really think it's going to come down to him just not playing home games?
No, but then it's not even just home games, because isn't it California teams? I mean, I guess they only would make one trip out there, but
Is it?
as of now? I think it's just New York and or it might even be just the Warriors.
I think it's just New York. Oh, is it just the Warriors?
Definitely the Warriors, because Andrew
San
Wiggins
Fran.
got denied
Right.
the religious exemption for that.
Wow.
But anyway, I mean, I guess you can't rule anything out with Kyrie. He ends up just saying, I'm going to just hang it up.
I could see that, dude. Especially with something like, with the vaccination, with people and how strongly they feel about it. And I'm sure, of course, being Kyrie definitely comes into effect as well. I mean, I could see him just hanging it up at this point. How old is he?
He's my age. Tony, you really forgot my birthday? Seriously, he's born in 92.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
But I
How does
just
that make you feel?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, our birthday's not the same day, so I guess I don't really care. You know?
Well, I'm just saying he's your age and in the NBA.
He's also a loser.
Millionaire.
But loser. He's not relishing the opportunity. You know what I mean?
So you get vaxxed to play?
I mean, look at the money he's making. Plus, it's like
Right.
he's got one championship. I mean, it's like if you have heart, if you have desire, you want to have as much of a story career as possible. Like, you're not gonna like risk that. I don't know.
So you're gonna sell out.
But I don't. I mean, I don't think that's
You said for the money. You said you're selling out, dude.
But it's not even for the. I think it's more for like the team, and it's like I think already. I mean, especially what he did last year, and then this comes in the equation. I think everybody on the team, maybe besides Durant and Harden, are just done with it.
Is anyone else not vaccinated on the team, or is it just him?
I think it's just him. I don't know if that's confirmed, but as far as I know,
Durant wasn't. Maybe.
No, I think he is. But Kyrie should make movies. He was great in Uncle Drew.
Never saw it.
I think, you know what, Kyrie, run for senator. You know what I mean? Put your money where your mouth is.
Pretty sure government officials have to be vaccinated.
Well, all right. So I guess he's got to run for president so we can change all the rules.
Government official.
But
President.
he gets in Iron Fist policy. He's not an official until he gets elected.
Executive
There's
order
leeway.
says Kyrie Irving doesn't have to get vaccinated.
But it's funny though. I just honestly can't see, like, going forward, rest of his career, especially this season, how anything from team, personal success, how any of that happens for Kyrie. I just think he's too into himself, and he just doesn't have the right attitude.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's tough because I don't know. I mean, not to get too political, but I mean, if the man doesn't want to get vaccinated, like.
But it's not even just about that. This is just adding to everything.
Oh
The
yeah,
vaccine
it really
had nothing
is.
to do with last year.
Everything on top of it, yeah, definitely. But I don't know.
And I don't know if this was a real article or not, but I saw something that he said sometimes he wishes that he didn't hit the shot before the Cavs won the title in 2016 because of how it affected LeBron's legacy. I don't know if that's a real quote or not. I didn't hear anything from mainstream. Saw some screenshots someone had sent me. But if like that's just insane. It's just like, you know what I mean? Even if in your selfish way you almost feel like that, it's like, do you realize it's like, okay, you made a shot, but how the heck did you get there? What did you do before?
And look at LeBron now anyway.
Yeah. I mean, what have you done since then? You've just ruined every team you've been on.
Yeah.
So I just
don't like Kyrie. I think you're a little biased in the situation, man.
It has nothing to do with anything with LeBron. I swear to God, it's like I just don't like.
No, I mean, like, you just hate Kyrie anyway.
Oh yeah, but you know what it reminds me of, and I think he's changed his tone now. He made his he just made his season debut this past week. It reminds me of what Odell Beckham did, the kicking net, all those. It's just like, God. What are you doing? You have so much talent.
Right.
The world is in front of you, and you just want to make a fool out of yourself and just show that you're not. And that's just what bothers me, because I know I would do anything to be in these situations that these guys are,
right?
You know, in professional sports. So to not appreciate that opportunity, that just doesn't sit with me well.
So if you're the Nets now, and Kyrie's like, "I'll play, not getting vaccinated, no home games," what are you gonna do? You gonna cut him? Try to trade him?
I think so. If it was up to them, and if there was a way that they could not have to pay him anything, I think they would have done it yesterday.
Really?
But I don't think that there is. But then I think there's got to be something. I don't think they'll have to pay him for the home games. And I don't know why. It just seems too ridiculous that he's not going to play half the season. So I don't know. I just don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be he's either going to cave, the league's going to cave, or he's going to retire. I think that's it.
I mean, honestly, if he doesn't get vaccinated and doesn't play any home games, but still starts for the Nets in away games, that is like the ultimate like team catering to a player.
Yeah. And
Like
I said, think about how that's going to affect the locker room.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. Like, what the hell? You're not playing half the season and then you're going to start in away games like that. I mean, that obviously, that cannot happen. It's ridiculous.
And like you were saying, like this isn't a political thing. It's just like if you're an athlete in a team sport, you have to put the team first. And he never, ever does that.
Is it a religious thing?
I don't, not that I've heard. I mean, because Wiggins applied for it as a religious thing, but Kyrie has not said anything, as far as I know.
Do you know how that works? He has to apply through the state, and then the state has to approve it?
No. It's just through the league.
Really?
Yeah.
So the NBA denied Wiggins.
Right. Because you know what they said is like, they're not going to do that because there's going to be a lot of people in New York City with all these jobs that are government jobs or whatever jobs they are. They're going to lose. So they're like, oh, we're going to make an exception for this. And then we're going to fire all these people that are working in these jobs that are actually working hard. You know what I mean? It's like they don't want to set that. Point. Everybody's so image conscious. Right. So I think that's what we're going to see happen.
I mean, it kind of sounds about right, though, especially if the NBA has people working in New York City offices, they're they're going to make them get vaccinated in order to work. Like, yeah. I guess that kind of stays true to what they're saying.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting.
It is going to be interesting.
And I actually heard this report, but I've heard nothing on it. I don't know if the team is not really in strong playoff position, but I heard actually the MLB, there's just one manager who isn't, and it's like he basically wouldn't be able to be with the team if he doesn't get the
vaccinated.
Yeah.
Do you know who it is?
They
won't say.
Yeah, I think Rosenthal reported it or something. But that'll be interesting too. But also, I mean, the decision might end up being made for him, like the team doesn't make the playoffs or something.
Yeah, true.
Oh, dude. But
that's tough.
How are you like okay? Like now, like you've kind of just accepted, like there's gonna be no Mets. Like, are you still like bothered by that, or you're kind of like over it at this point?
I mean, I'm still bothered by it. But I mean, just again, like lifelong Mets story, pretty much, dude.
Yeah. So it's almost basically how I feel with the Jets. I think.
But I think if something like this happens again next season,
like you almost like are like, I'm not even gonna like be into
I'm gonna
this.
be pretty tight.
Yeah. And will you be tight even before the season starts if there's not
moves made? Yeah. I think Coney needs to go out there. He needs to spend money, get who you need.
Yeah. So
like we can't go in with the same team.
Oh my God. I mean, it's like, imagine if like they gave Conforto some decent money. Okay, I guess I don't need to imagine it.
Dude. Jesus.
Oh man. But like I always say, Tony, it really is such a tough offseason. Just so much time in between to think, to be excited for the season. And then it's like, you wait all this time, and there's a month of spring training. I mean, it's just such a haul. I mean, think about it.
Dude. No, it really
right
is.
Before November, the season ends. So you got November till the end of February. So that's, I mean, what, 4 months?
November, December,
January,
February.
Yeah.
4 months.
Even more, actually, because, or actually, no. Yeah, whatever. You get the point, Tony.
Dude, that don't make the postseason's 5 months, dude.
Yeah. But who's the Yankees around tonight?
Yeah. Not even the Mets are on, dude.
But you're going to be into the football game, you think, or
tonight? Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? What else is on?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean,
Eagles, Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to see some exciting plays, honestly. And the field goal record. Tell me that wouldn't be no matter any other play.
I'd get up and cheer. I'd get out of my seat and I'd be excited.
And this type of question I'm going to ask you, Tony. Now that the record's broken, do you think is it going to get broken again
this year? Or just in general, like next 5 years?
Next 5.
Definitely next 5 years.
Do you think we're going to get 70 or no?
Yeah. I want to say the next record's going to be 69.
Yeah, I mean, it moved up 2 yards. This would be 3. Possible. Very possible. So, It's just crazy to think about. Think about saying that 10 years ago. 70 yards.
70. No, never happened.
Not even close. But Mets need to redo the entire outfield.
The guys we have now are all bums. I mean, obviously, Conforto's one of them. His defense has dropped off like significantly throughout half the season.
McNeil is like a guy you don't hate, but also you don't need to be.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Pilar also. This last month,
He's getting older too. I mean, you're not going to build around him.
Pilar? Think of VR.
No, Pilar.
Yeah, I guess I don't think he's that old.
Probably 32, 30. You know what I mean? It's not like he's 25.
Yeah,
26.
true. Yeah, you're right. Dom Smith has been also let down.
See you later.
Yeah, get him out of there, dude.
So I mean, your building blocks. I mean, it's Alonso, it's
Lindor,
DeGrom.
I would keep Baez honestly at this point.
Baez, and you want Syndergaard back.
Yeah, I would definitely give him another shot, dude.
And then I guess Diaz is part of the foundation.
I mean, technically,
but also you'd welcome a trade for a decent return this offseason.
Yeah, I'd say so, and then hunt for another closer.
Because it's like, I mean, come on,
dude.
There's not many Mariano Rivera's out there. It's like it's good to switch up your bullpen. Like, you rely on the same guys 5 years in a row. I mean, the fourth and fifth year, I mean, everyone's getting hammered.
Yeah, exactly.
So a lot left to be determined, Tony. Another marathon. I think we're about the same time as we were on Thursday, or no?
Hour 25. Yeah, dude.
We're right there.
Killing it.
I mean, we love all of our, fan support, a lot of interesting comments.
Of course, dude.
Always keeps it interesting. I don't know how there would be, but anything else you just wanted to get out there? Other than you're nervous for the one-on-one match on Friday.
I mean, I'm not nervous. I'm excited, honestly. I think more than anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a heck of a time. Obviously, the fans, I think, are excited to see this. The match up in the paint.
If it comes out right off the bat, you're down 7-0. Walk off the court.
No, I'm making 3-3-pointers in a row because obviously we're doing 2s and 1s.
Right. Yeah. 1s and 2s. Yes.
Yeah. 1s and 2s. I haven't seen this court though. I hope it's a defined 3-point line, sometime. But most of the outdoor courts are.
I would say so. I think Mike and I went there one time after a rainy day, and it was there were puddles, not.
But I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow, but then the next couple
clear
days
skies. Yeah, so Friday should be good, dude. Should be. Actually, I haven't even checked the weather for Friday.
Are we doing a ref or are we doing call your own?
It's a good question. I feel like Mike could ref.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll be impartial.
I think he would be too.
Wow. And then any timeouts? Do we want to do a timeout each? Save it, kind of like the derby type of thing?
Yeah, like that. I get timeout each.
Strategy. Any coach's challenge? He wasn't out. I mean, everything will be recorded. We should be able to go back to it.
That's a very fair point, dude.
But yeah, I mean, that's gonna be nothing like playing one-on-one, honestly.
I know,
it's just
dude.
You're involved in every play because it's so easy to get lost in fives.
What's your argumentative level when it comes to one-on-one? Do you
No, honestly, you know what it is? Dude? The people at LA Fitness and other pickup games have just worn me out with the arguing.
Yeah,
so it's I don't even honestly unless you know what makes me want to argue when someone just complains about every single call, and I just want to. You just pick fights with people. You don't even believe what you're saying. There's just one guy at LA Fitness that the last couple of years, it's just every single game he gets in, everyone gets really pissed at him. Every single time I had a thing with him and then we were fine after, but it's just you just can't take it.
Right.
He just cries and cries about everything.
Oh, relax, dude.
Yeah.
Pick up at LA Fitness.
It's so hard. Even at LA Fitness, a 3-on-3 basketball game to have 2-11 to not have one big argument. Pretty hard. Insane.
Well, I don't think there'll be much arguing, honestly, on Friday.
No. And like I said, I mean, the conditioning today helped, so I'm prepping for it. I know you're taking the laissez-faire approach to the match, so we'll see what happens. But I think, like I said, I'm behind.
I hit the gym today.
I'm behind the 8 ball as far as conditioning. I think you're a step up on me there, so that's what I'm trying to catch up. But you're just doing lifting, right? You're not doing cardio at the gym, or
I mixed in some road runs.
Road runs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do 3 miles.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah. Nice outside
a couple
weather,
days, maybe tomorrow I'll
I
try
think
to.
Barnes is a little nervous now. Whoa, 3 miles.
No, I'm not, honestly, because I think honestly a big thing will be, if I can hit a couple threes, because that always adds to it,
dude.
gives you, just a little break too from earning those hard points in the paint. But a lot left to be determined. And I think honestly, that's it.
Yeah,
That's all
I
we
think
got.
so, dude. I think we're about steamed out here, man.
Yeah, but great show as always. And of course, we'd like to thank our loyal fans. Keep commenting, liking, subscribing. You guys.
You are our bloodline.
See ya.
Mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.